Banana. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, the nostalgia for this game. Wait, where did I last leave off for Silent Hill? Let me see. Let me load a save. I was in a doghouse apparently. Oh, you're in the doghouse now, Peter. Peter Parker. Oh. As soon, I'm gonna give it like a minute and then I'm going to explain what I'm going to talk about because I'm sure people might find the title weird, but I will explain in due time what I'm doing here. So just give me like a few minutes. Just trying to discover some shit. Can I just like start a new game? Oh, I unlocked. Wait, is hard unlocked from the beginning? Yes, it is. Let's check the options real quick. Controls. Lord, I have not played this game in eons. Eons, dude. Eons. Let's just start a new game. For this in particular. Now, to let people know, I am not doing a let's play of Silent Hill 1. Despite the contrary, I need some background gameplay here while I talk about this subject. And today we're doing like a discussion, almost like Revenge Serve Red Gamecast, about some of the news that Dusk Golem was talking about. He's talking about like Resident Evil future content. He's also talking about some Silent Hill news, which is quite unexpected, dude. So here I am being stuck out here. But let me find a link to what was established. Also, we have analog controls, which I didn't think this game had, but I was severely mistaken here. We got analog controls in the building. Then again, I think Silent Hill 1 came out in like 1999, I believe. Came out in 99. Definitely. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna talk about this new Silent Hill news. Now, honestly, Konami has been very, very questionable with their shit. Their shit, so to speak. Their shit over the past few years. You had to deal with Metal Gear Survive. You had to deal with the whole fallout between Konami and Kojima, even though when you give this man Kojima a lot of money to deal with a video game on his own, he makes a walking sim, but let's not go there. Let's not go there for a minute. And then they made a lot of patchy slot bullshit. I'm talking Silent Hill patchy slot, Castlevania patchy slot, and then you had Iga leave the company for Konami. And now we have this supposed rumor from Dusk Golem. Dusk Golem is a credible source from what I gathered. Completely 100% credible. He is the one who talked about, and I don't know why I'm getting like red frame drops. That's weird. That's fucking weird on my stream. I'm back now. I'm back. Because this is like a PS1 game, so it should not be getting any frame drops. It might just be my internet, but I will be uploading this raw. So Dusk Golem, credible source, right? He's one of the first people. Well, I wouldn't say he's one of the first because I think someone else talked about it as well. Like, oh, Resident Evil 3 Remake is in development. Also, it's cool. You can like fall here. He's like, oh, Resident Evil 3 is definitely a thing. And then like a lot of people didn't believe it until they saw the leaks. When the leaks came out, it was 100% solidified. There were still doubters, but at that point it's like it's set in stone. I don't think anyone can Photoshop this. Resident Evil 3 Remake is happening and people called it early, and now this guy is talking about a new Silent Hill and more Resident Evil developmental updates. And he said some interesting things. He's like, you know, I'm just going to point out the important bits. He said that Konami has been trying to get a new Silent Hill game in the works for about at least 2 years. I think 2 or 3 years. That would be, well, I would say maximum. No, actually not even maximum, minimum. It shouldn't take you no more than 3 years to get a game produced, financed, and made. I'm sure it might take people longer. At maximum, games get delayed. Fair enough. And they're promising a soft reboot of the franchise along with another game that's going to be a Telltale style episodic Until Dawn game to go with this soft reboot. Now, when I see soft reboot, I think of a game that has elements or story ties still to the universe of Silent Hill, still to the lore. However, the gameplay is largely changed. Think of God of War 2018. That is the definition of a soft reboot. It's still canon with the other God of War games. The character of Kratos is still there and largely present, and he still like chops shit up and all that. But the gameplay is different. And I think that's what would happen if they decided to reboot Silent Hill yet again. God damn, I'm still offline for the stream. Let me restream real quick. I don't know why I'm lagging so hard, my man. The local recording is fine, but I don't know why I'm lagging. Alright, I'm back. I am back, motherfuckers. Now, Konami's promises have been all over the place. Just like I am today. Konami's promises have been all over the place. But there's one thing that you cannot get on them for, because I think this was not really like confirmed or anything. This was just a preconceived notion at best. And that was due to the fact that Konami never really stopped developing mainstream games for other platforms. And I know you might be thinking, that's crazy. You're defending Konami. That's crazy. Hear me out. They did make that Contra game on the Switch. That came out. That literally came out. And it wasn't a patchy slot game. It wasn't anything of that nature. It was just a game they put out on Switch. And they still made a game, regardless. I do agree with the people that says that Konami's quality has been shit over the years. Nothing but horrid dog shit. Nothing but games that are on casino devices. Nothing really standing out. A bunch of like, I think they did like Zone of the Enders remaster, and supposedly that was good. I haven't played it, so I can't say. I haven't supported Konami in a long time. I do possibly think that this could be right. They're trying to revive the series in some way, because after you cancel like Silent Hills, it's like, where do you go? We lost Kojima. Let's start over. Could Konami redeem themselves? I don't know. That's up in the air. I think they need a massive restructure, just like Capcom. That's the only way to repair their image. Hey, we're going to start over from ground zero. Remember, Capcom was shit. Capcom wasn't that great in the early, like, what is it? Like, no, I wouldn't say the early 2000s. I would say, like, maybe 2013, they started getting sketch, dude. Okay, these monsters are on my dick. I think you need to let them kill you to get out of this. That's what I remember, and I am dead. If Capcom did it, why can't Konami do it? Right now, I am very skeptical. It's Silent Hill. It's like you need some sort of touch, some touch of class, some talent. Dusk Golem did mention they're looking for a developer, and he hopes that they get someone of high caliber. If they were smart, they would let Capcom help them. Honestly, I'm being 100% serious, because they are right now at the forefront for doing these high tier remakes in survival horror games. Right now, everybody's loving Remake 2. Everybody wants to play Remake 3. Why not get the help you need from the current people at large doing good? I don't get it. I hope they look at someone, they get some advice, they get some creativity in here, because Silent Hill was all centered around creativity with Team Silent. Team Silent, they were the people They were the guys in charge that really took this series to a whole new level in terms of conception, the ideas, how the monsters were, how the story was, how fucking good Silent Hill 2 was in terms of like the monsters and the renditions and the interpretations of what is going on in these characters' heads. In order to match this, you need a team that can get the same quality going here, like Team Silent. And every single time I saw like there was stuff going on with Silent Hills, they always wanted to bring people in from Team Silent. There was some people on the previous development team, despite them being spread out, that wanted to help make this game a reality with Silent Hills. It's hard to top the trilogy. Even Silent Hill 4 was done really well, in my opinion, even though I have gripes with that game with the backtracking, etc., right? So they have a colossal amount of shoes to fill here, and I don't think it's easy to do. It's not going to be easy, but they need to reach out. They need to swallow their pride to make this work. That's what I think about the Silent Hill news. The Resident Evil news is also interesting, and I'm gonna try to get some gameplay going here before I get into that. But the cliff notes is that there was a version, let me pause it. There was a version of Resident Evil 8 that was in development since late 2016. Did I say 2016? I meant, yeah, 2016. And then it went on pause during 2017 because they wanted to work on the Resident Evil 7 DLC and RE2, which was behind schedule. Fair enough. Then there was this version in the works for a few years, but it got scrapped and it got rebooted only 6 or 7 months ago. So that means that RE8 was indeed in development and they started over somewhere. Now the cause of this has to be because I think Capcom realized that they were going in the same style as RE7. Just hypotheticals here, so people don't quote me and say, how the fuck is this even possible? I'm just like sort of giving my opinion and thinking what could be possibly the case. I think what happened was they thought that RE7 wasn't going to work for RE8 because now you have this new Resident Evil remake that people really like. They like the over the shoulder, and you know, a lot of people aren't vibing RE7 with the first person and everything, so they feel like this is a better suited style for Resident Evil, so they went back to the drawing board again and they rebooted development. And I think one of the problems with RE7 is that it doesn't feel like a mainline title. It feels loosely connected. So you also need to bring back the older characters as well as having new characters. I thought that Resident Evil 6 was a great sort of circumstance to have. Like, you have new characters on top of old characters. Even if the game is shit, I understand this, I still feel like they handled the characterization right, to where you have a new cast of characters on top of the old guys. I think this is good, but there's also some news that people are discontent about. And scrolling down further, he said that there will not be any Resident Evil remakes coming out in the next few years after RE3. There's a couple of Capcom games being rebooted in the same vein as RE2 and RE3, though in the RE engine, which should be pretty soon. Should be seen pretty soon. To me, that says that yes, it's unfortunate, but I don't think that Code Veronica Remake will be coming out anytime soon, and I am fine with this actually, and let me tell you why. I feel like something like Code Veronica needs time to gestate. It needs to be fleshed out on next generation consoles. This is the early launch of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. They need time to work on this. You know, I don't think they should rush another remake out. And one of the main excuses that people make is that, oh, now they're just sort of shoehorning in remakes, and now they are just making all these remakes come out, and now it's going to be milked because of RE2 and RE3. And the same people who said this, they don't realize that it's kind of, I saw that demon right there, it's kind of hypocritical on their behalf, since they don't want this to be milked, but you don't mind. You hate it when Capcom tries to take a break from remakes and do something different. I don't get it. Let them do their side games. I know people balk at the idea of Capcom doing side projects for Resident Evil, and the first thing they think about is ORC, Umbrella Corps, Resident Evil Survivor. Those games are not the greatest, and I understand this. But if they made an Outbreak 3, you would be sucking that game's titties like no tomorrow. Let's not lie. When they give us what we want, we're not going to protest and complain. We just want it to be good games. So I think they should take a break from making remakes for a while, and then go balls deep with Code Veronica when you finally figured out how the PS5 and the Xbox Series X works. I forgot the controls. I'm sorry, I'm freaking out here. I got my inventory. I fucking forgot. Oh, it's select. Okay. I'm about to die, fam. For real. I got this bird guy on my ass, so please forgive me if I'm not looking at chat or... There. I think he's dead. Ooh, I almost died there, champ. Yeah, let them figure out the technology, and then we'll go from there in terms of wanting more remakes, because, you know, people, they need to understand that they could not only remake Code Veronica, but they could also do Resident Evil 0, and I think Code Veronica and RE0 are the fixed camera games that I have the most problems with. I'm not going to lie. Like, Code Veronica is backtracking central. It's really a lot. It's so much backtracking. I know RE is mostly known for backtracking for RE1, but Code Veronica is worse. You got to go through the same areas with Chris. They try to change it up, but it's like, and then there's like some difficulty spikes in the game, and I don't hate the game, but I don't like really love it like I should. So I feel like that should be remade. And the same goes for Resident Evil 0. That game is also bad in some areas because of the item management and the fact that there's no item box. So you have to drop things on the ground and retrieve them later, and there are sections where you can't go all the way back. So if you drop something, it's gone forever. That herb back there, buddy, that gun, point of no return, you ain't getting that back. So it's like, choose wisely with the things you carry. Otherwise, you will be going back on a long trek to the beginning of the game. And I had this problem with the hook shot. So I'm fine with this. And then there's the last blurb that says they're going to be doing more remakes, but they won't be necessarily Resident Evil related. That means Dino Crisis has a possibility of happening. It means that DMC 2 has a possibility of happening if they're doing other remakes that's not specifically related to RE. And you can imagine the possibilities. I think DMC 2 needs to be fixed because that game is systematically broken. The fact that you can blow everything away with a handgun, hold the shoot button, just do nothing, and you can defeat a boss is the most asinine and ridiculous thing ever. DMC 1, that could be remade because DMC 1 is dated. Well, I think the street is out, champ. There is no way I'm getting through here. DMC 1 is supremely dated. I mean, I'm glad they fixed. I can't go back to the original DMC 1. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Ooh. Well, all right. So I see your point with DMC 1 first, then DMC 2 can like die in the fire. I understand that, but they have the opportunity to tie this game in with a DMC 1 remake and make it a better game. And if they do that, I can forgive it to some extent, outside of saying that the original was like super bad and I don't want to play it ever again. What else could they remake that's like Capcom titles in the RE engine? I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, they could remake God Hand or make a God Hand sequel. I would love that. What else could they do that's like kind of dated right now? That's not RE. Chat, give some. You know what? I'm gonna make a little game. Give some like suggestions, and I'll see if I agree or disagree. Here's the doghouse. I think there's a key in here. Nothing in particular. I don't think you get it until you read something, which is a given. Yeah, but give some ideas about like actual Capcom games they should remake that's interesting. I know like DMC people are gonna say like the whole trilogy. I'm fine with this. Although I think 3 needs it less because that game is like really good. So it's like, I don't like, now that I think about it, I don't get the point of remaking a game that's like super great. I think you need to fix the games that were bad in the franchise. Onimusha's great. That's a great choice. Because, and it's also dumb that they don't do anything with Onimusha because they just released the HD collection, right? Well, not the HD collection per se. I gotta put that in air quotes. They released the Onimusha 1 HD remaster and they didn't release all the other ones. So it's like, where's the rest of the trilogy? Where is it? Yes, Capcom did make a JoJo game on the PS1 and there are dogs everywhere. I think I am dead. Let me see if I can outrun them. Ooh. Yes, I can. They did make a JoJo fighting game. So that could be good for the JoJo crowd. I think one of the interesting things that they should do here, I am going to croak. I might reload my save. Will I get away before I actually do it? They should get into remaking some of their fighting games. You know? Make I don't think they're gonna make another Marvel, man. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. That is one I'm very confused about. Did they really iron out the situation with using all those characters? And now, since they are a hot commodity, since the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like super profitable, billions of dollars, will Disney even say, you know, Capcom, you can use our characters anytime you want, without saying, you know, I think we need a rain check of like $100 million. I need that printed out in cash. It's like, no, I don't think that's been ironed out, but maybe rival schools, maybe Darkstalkers, Power Stone. I don't know about Power Stone. I think the RE engine needs to be. They did say that. Well, and here's another thing about the RE community. This leads to another rant. People need to stop like not citing their sources, so to speak. Like, they just say something they think is true or they believe it and they don't cite a credible source. At least I can say for Dusk Golem here, and if you guys don't believe me, I can put that in the chat. At least I can say for him, he predicted RE3 and that happened. So it's like, yeah, he was kind of right about that one. In this case, where I'm talking about a certain someone who said Code Veronica is in development and he had no source. I'm like, source? Dude, where's the source? Where's the sauce? Do you work for Capcom? No. And what is the other? It's like, totally, bro. My source is like 100% legit. My uncle is my source. My father, he works for Capcom. Just because he said it, means that it's true. And I don't like how the RE fan base is so susceptible to bullshit. It's like we could do better than this. I have more respect if a person says, take it with a grain of salt, instead of saying, oh, it's confirmed, it's true. And the person I'm talking about in particular, again, I said I wasn't going to do call outs on people. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'll just say that he's not credible at all. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to witch hunt. I'll just say you need to do better, bro. Oh god, Avid Expert is a fucking, that dude's a dumbass. Like, I think I can say that much, right? He's an idiot. Because he tried to like strong arm my DMs saying that Capcom took my footage down. Here's some conspiracy theory. Other YouTubers are talking about RE2 leaks. It's a remake game, so that means that they shouldn't go against my channel. And I'm like, bro, look, if you leak footage or if you talk about leaks and the company does not like it, they can DMCA you anytime, because guess what? They own the fucking IP. You don't. You don't have any legal rights for the IP. If they feel like you're talking about something that shouldn't be out in the public yet, they can take that shit down, no problem. They can do that to anybody. And if you are bold enough and you think that you can take on a multi-million-dollar company and sue them because you want it to be a dumbass and talk about things early, go right ahead, see what happens. See what happens, and I guarantee you're going to lose. Because this is why when people were leaking the whole, oh, here's the prologue of DMC5, it's not supposed to be out there, and people were like, oh, I gotta hop on this now, I gotta strike while the iron is hot, I gotta jump on this shit, I gotta talk about it immediately, oh, that bird is walking. It's like, I'm not going to do that because people are getting DMCA'd and I am not stupid. I don't want to lose my channel over bullshit, because the company has more authority with their control over how they handle the distribution of media. And if you leak a game, you're going to get fucked. If you leak a console ahead of time and it's a prototype and you're not supposed to be showing it off to every fucking one else, you're going to get screwed. There's the key of the scarecrow, and cheap fucking bird knocks my ass in. Like, there's some dumbass that recently showed off that he had a prototype Xbox Series X, and he posted his fucking serial number to the general population as if he wasn't going to get roasted and blown up for that. And then what makes that story have more of a topic, like an icing on the cake, so to speak, on it, is someone else redeemed the serial number. So that means that now Microsoft is going to be looking at both of those people. And guess who's in trouble? The guy who redeemed the code and the guy who showed that shit. He just mitigated it. He took the stress off the other guy's shoulders. I didn't register it, so I'm good. You got to have some sense of self-control if you want to show something early. I understand people get shit early all the time. People see shit early all the time. You want to be the first ones to get those views. But ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth losing all your shit and getting DMCA by a company? To me, I think not. Ow. Disaster is happening with these two birds. Luckily, I have a lot of health here. So yeah, I won't do it personally. It will not happen on this channel. I don't care how hot the news is. It has to be public information, public knowledge. and something that I think I can speak on, just like I'm doing in this sort of podcast discussion. And if you are unfamiliar with how this works, this is the Revenge Serve Red Gamecast, where I talk about game news that might be multiple topics, so to speak. And in the realm of survival horror, I had to talk about this. Oh, thanks Lone Wolf for the like, man. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm playing this on PS3. Because I unfortunately, woe is me, I don't have an original copy of Silent Hill 1, and I'm pretty sure it has to be expensive as fuck right now. Someone get those Amazon deets. I'm pretty sure it has to be like $177. Well, last time I checked it was high. I don't think I ever been in this convenience store. Well, maybe I have once. I keep forgetting like there's a lot of shit to explore here. It's also a save right there. And a first aid kit. Wow. So this is like a pit stop. Oh, I bet. Out of curiosity, let's see how much Silent Hill 1 is on Amazon. Let's see how much it is. Silent Hill PSX. Let's see. It is... Oh, that's not bad. I mean, it's a bit steep for $70. I thought it would be higher. Let's check another one. Cause I'm curious how much these games go for. And I'm gonna tell you how much I got the other Silent Hill games for. Now 2 is expensive as fuck. It hits that price range I talked about earlier. Silent Hill 2 is $177 new. 174 actually, to be precise, but it's up there, it's close. Actually no, that's with like shipping too, so you're paying like that exact amount, if not higher. Silent Hill 4 is $70, $79. Silent Hill 3 is... They don't have new deals for Silent Hill 3. That's weird. Oh shit, run! Ooh, fuck you, Birdman. Let's see here. New. What the fuck? Bro! A new copy of Silent Hill 3 is like almost $400. Holy fucking shit. Why is Silent Hill 3 so expensive? Someone tell me. I'm so glad I have a copy of that game. I was like, that game is $400, man, flat. Why is Silent Hill so rare? Silent Hill 3 to be exact. Like, why is it so rare, dude? They have to be not printing copies anymore. Is the only way. It's the only fucking way for Silent Hill 3 to be that fucking expensive. Jesus Christ. That's like fucking rent to me. That's crazy. I'm still running, looking for shit. Ow, and he tagged me too. Wow. So them bird enemies are really kind of tough to evade. So the best thing to do is just ground their asses if you can. I forgot Silent Hill is the game where melee weapons are not that great. Guns are though. Is that other guy dead? Hopefully he's dead. And I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure the westernized Silent Hills, they have to be cheap because they came out during the PS3 era. Maybe I could be wrong. Let's check. Let's double check here. Double time it. Double time it. What about Downpour? Downpour, yeah, Downpour's cheap. It's like $30. That's fucking relatively inexpensive. And Homecoming is $20, so you can get those for like dirt cheap, no fucking problem. Wow. What about Origins? Let's try that one. because I'm gonna talk about the ones I got physically. That's $80. What, for Origins? Silent Hill Origins is $80 on PS2. It's fucking insane. So the ones I have physically is Silent Hill 2, the Red Edition, Greatest Hits, that comes with the Maria chapter. I have Silent Hill 3. It's almost in good condition. And then there is, what is it? What the fuck is it? What do I own? Silent Hill Origins and Silent Hill 4. And Silent Hill 4, I don't have the manual. I don't know what happened to the manual. Do I? I don't think I do. But I don't have the manual to that game. And I also have Downpour and Origins. I think that's it. If I didn't say Origins already. Oh, I will go to eBay, but unfortunately they keep fucking me over. Every time it's like you have to pay a seller fee for like $8. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. Why the fuck do I need to do that? Every time I only sold like one thing, and that was like an old capture card. And that was like in 2017, I want to say. Because AverMedia is trash. Trash. And I'm like, I want to get rid of this as soon as possible. Shattered Memories is like the rarest one on PS2. It's like $100 per copy. Isn't that the Silent Hill reimagining that they did on Wii? And the other world is like full of ice now instead of, it's weird. It's full of ice instead of how it looks in the actual Silent Hill 1. I think this is the door I have to open, right? No, it is logged. It is logged. Am I on danger? I assume I am. Yes. I'm a smart cookie. I'm a smart motherfucker. Because since this game came out, and one thing I will say, I'll talk about this a little bit. Since this game came out in '99, and most people saw Silent Hill as like a competitor to Resident Evil, you know, survival horror, obviously. So it happens, even though Silent Hill is like way different in terms of like the way they present horror, more psychological than visceral, unlike Resident Evil. Resident Evil is like more physical, zombies, all that shit. Silent Hill is like mindfuck territory, Stephen King. I'm gonna fuck with your brain first before we focus on like all this other shit. But one thing I will say about this game is that I think I have to check these notes. I kind of wish, and it came out in '99. There's a note to tell you to check the doghouse on 11th Street. I will say it's kind of amazing how I'm doing all this off memory without a map. Isn't that kind of incredible, dude? It's like I haven't played this game in like 6 years, but I know more about it than Resident Evil, and that's fucking nuts. No map. Only looked at it like once or twice, and not for long. I'm doing this straight off the muscle. But I wish they had the indicator to tell you that your health is low by the character either holding his side or holding his waist. It's not in this game. It's actually, I don't think it's in Silent Hill 1. I don't think it's in Silent Hill 2 either. That'd be an interesting little trivia aspect. Like, when did they start introducing the characters looking visibly hurt in Silent Hill? Because that's one thing I prefer that RE did over this game. I want to know if I'm fucked up, instead of having to pause the game constantly. Kind of want to know that. Key of Lion, Key of Scarecrow. I'm missing one. key for Eclipse is on Finney Street or somewhere in the alleyway. It'd be funny if I find it without looking at the map too much. I think it was in Silent Hill 4 where you're holding your gut and you're hurt. But then again, 4 is like all these ghosts come out of the pipeline, the woodwork to fuck you deep. Anyway, I'm like diverging a lot, so I want to sort of touch base and get the opinions in the chat of how people feel about the prospect of a new Silent Hill being made, and do you think it could be pulled off to a very high quality aspect? For me personally, I think it depends on the developer. If they get some backwoods indie, no name, no talent, no resume sort of developer to do Silent Hill, it's a wrap. It's done. It's not happening. I can't see it being good. I cannot see it without any reason beyond a shadow of a doubt being anything but bad. It's gonna be ass. Is what I'm saying. The being of ass. That's what I would call it if I see there's a developer that has nothing, no track record, nothing, and it's gonna be worse if it's a Western dev. Because then I'm gonna say, okay, are we doing this whole westernized Silent Hill thing again? Are we doing that again where it's like fucking Tom Hewlett, his bald-headed ass is like, oh well, we're gonna make a Silent Hill dungeon crawler. That's gonna be kosher. That's gonna be nice. People are going to care again. Ah, man, dude. Oh my god, that era sucked. Sucked eggs. The only thing I can say is that Silent Hill survived. I think I found the street. I'm 100% positive oh no, I'm not sure. Well, fuck off, man. God damn. I think I'm gonna have to kill these things to get that first aid. There's no way. You are right, Girion. I don't think it's a damned if you do or damned if you don't situation, because I think for Silent Hill is like, it's damned if they do it anyway. Can that be a slogan? Can that be a phrase? Damned if you do anyway. Like what are you, like, after being out of the game so long, what do you think the fans will expect outside of delivering a mediocre product? Konami? Yeah, I'm just saying. I can see if, like, for RE's sake, you can say, well, there were a few good action-y RE games, even if it was a direction I didn't like. That's fair enough. You can at least say they put in quality for games like that. You can't say the same about Silent Hill because nobody liked the Western games. And if they did, they are a very, 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 very small minority. Like I said, I have Downpour. I'm like, side missions were cool and all, but I'm not feeling this combat, fam. And I know Silent Hill has some clunky ass combat. I'm not feeling the frame rate drops. I'm not feeling this game. They had corn in that goddamn game too, man. I'm like, even corn couldn't save it for me. Oh man. I'm sure there was like a small standout here or there, but not on the level of like wide recognition. Oh yeah, and they have to get like Akira Yamaoka back to do the soundtrack if they do this stuff. I feel like if they don't, like here's one thing about Downpour, they lost the heart and soul of the music. Because they had one of the guys from Dexter do the soundtrack, David Litch or whatever, I forget his name, and it just doesn't feel the same. You have these people out here, they be thinking that a soundtrack does not make the atmosphere complete, but I'm gonna have to disagree with that one, fam. A soundtrack 99% of the time makes the mood. And with Silent Hill, the music is so damn important and cool. You can't just overlook it. I think running back here to the entrance will be, it's gonna be some shit scattered on the ground. Oh hey, hang 'em bullets, nice. To school, she's at the school. Are you still beefing with that Nemesis guy? No, no dude, we're cool. We're cool. I disagree with him on his approach to RE in the past, but he's a cool dude now. He chilled out. I would say he changed for the better. It's still stuff we like sparsely disagree on from time to time. Like it's no secret. I think it said what was it? There was some rumors going about with RE3, and there was some stuff going on with, you know, he thinks that they should change the voice for Nemesis. And I think late in development at this time is not going to happen. Game's like 90% done. Whoever did the voice, he got his money. But outside of that, we're super cool, dude. I don't join his streams that much because I get really sleepy late night, and it's either I'm going to stay up or I'm not going to stay up. He's cool now. Like, watch his content now. You might like it compared to how it was in the past. It's funny though, we teamed up against a common enemy, and that dude Peter got destroyed. He's the worst of the bunch, honestly. That guy resorted to doxing. That guy resorted to fishing. You missed everything. Like, all this over Resident Evil opinions. I will give Nemesis this, even if I would disagree with him, I would never say he would go that far as to hack, dox people, and say that Americans deserve to die during 9/11. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? Oh my god, what is that, dude? As for RE, I say bring on the remakes of other Capcom games and make RE side projects. I think, hold on, let me see. Did they say they were gonna make like more RE side projects or no? Let me see. What did that say exactly? They said other Capcom games will be rebooted, and then so I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna work on RE8. They're gonna work on that, but it's not gonna be anytime soon or immediate, and then there's gonna be more side projects. Side games. Definitely Outbreak 3? I mean, that's logical, right? You already have Raccoon City done. It's done. Like, you have your assets from RE2 and RE3. I don't think you have to do much for another Outbreak. Maybe make like a new area or two, because we can't say that Outbreak didn't have like new areas. It did. It definitely did. There was the big hospital that looked nothing like Raccoon General. There was also the what was it? The abandoned cabin or whatever. Cabin in the woods with the Jason like enemy with the axe. it's like, yeah, you can make an area here or there, and that'll be cool. Nothing unusual. I checked Elroy Street, did I? I'm gonna probably check again. But I think I'm about to end this discussion soon. It was a pretty good discussion, almost like 50 minutes, boys. That's how we roll. It's my first time doing this, so it's like I did get distracted by gameplay. It's like it's hard to play the game and also like do this whole podcast style discussion and talk about random shit. But yeah, RE folks need to chill with how they get their information. At least I can say this guy is legit. He was right before. He could be wrong. I'm not disputing that either. He could be wrong as shit. We will see what happens, but I do believe him. I don't think that there's going to be Code Veronica remake being done for a while, because it makes sense for them to put out RE3 since that was developed alongside Resident Evil 2. And if that's the case, if that's true, then that's the reason why that game came out so fast. It's like you have one game here, you have the other game here. Easy. Code Veronica, they had to remake that from the ground up, my boys. No assets. Remember, Code Veronica takes place after the Raccoon City incident. That place is destroyed. They had to make Rockford Island totally different from the ground up. All the monsters, totally different. Oh god, there's nothing here. Run. I'm fine. Alright. There is no reuse assets. The only thing you have is the fact that Stephanie Panicello, the voice actor for Claire, you can use her and you can have like her face model. That's it. You have to make Chris super young. That's gonna take work. I think there's gonna be stuff cut as well. I don't think the cross-dressing scene from the original for Alfred, I don't think that's gonna be in the game because of how stupid modern politics is. Somebody's gonna get annoyed or triggered and they don't understand Alfred's doing that because he is insane. He misses his sister. These days it's gonna be like, oh well, look, it's a man trying to be a woman. I'm triggered. They represented trans people in the wrong way. And I'm like, oh my god, here we go again with this bullshit. It's like, play the original, motherfucker, please. Like, like you could be whatever you want. I don't care. But play the original goddamn game first if you make those assumptions, if they do it. Like, god damn, my man. And I know people would do it. I know it. I know there would be some, you know, gender politics to fucking Code Veronica without people understanding why Alfred did that in the first place. Okay, now I'm lost, I think. I think it's something here, though. Is this the area with the key? Basketball court? Yes, it is. I found it. Alright, now I can leave. Also, this is a gruesome scene, so if you played this game before, you will realize that it looks like a dog's severed head went through the basketball hoop. That is fucking disturbing, my guy. And there's one more, like, let's talk more about Code Veronica. Things they will keep and cut, possibly. I'm assuming if they did remake it, Steve would be 100% redesigned. Although people are saying, oh, why not turn Steve older? Nah. Nah, that's not gonna work. He was a kid in that situation. They should keep him young. I don't think they should make him older, and I don't think they should give him like fucking Leon Kennedy experience. He should still be a prisoner. Just make him look different, sound different, and make him more sympathetic as a character, because that's what Steve is supposed to be. He's supposed to be a tragic, fallen character. I am not looking at my map. So the impact should be greater when he finally dies in Claire's arms. He's just walking, God. Impact should be much greater. Also, make Chris care about the guy a little bit. I know he doesn't know Steve, but make him sympathize with him a little more, or his sister, for crying. Because in Code Veronica, the original, I always found it funny. Chris is like, Steve. Who the fuck is Steve? Steve? What's a Steve? Like, it's just too funny. It's like the whole time you don't know that your sister's like with a secondary character. It's like he doesn't care, dude. It's funny. Darkside Chronicles kind of fixed that. Like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. This kid died. So that's one script change I would make. At least make, your sister's going through some shit, man. A little pat on the shoulder or something. Jesus Christ. It's like in the original, he does not give a shit. Oh, the cafe is marked, I believe. Okay, and that's the house. So I am on the opposite street. So I have to go straight. And then what else would I change? Or what else should they change for Code Veronica? Make the BOW rounds more effective, please. Because in that game, they are useless as fuck. It's like, you shoot someone with it, it doesn't do anything. I understand it's like an anti-BOW gas like they had in RE2. And you only get 3 of these, and they do nothing to other monsters. Make it more effective. Maybe implement some strategy behind using these fucking things. Make the game less backtrack worthy, and make it where you are able to get certain weapons again if you manage to find them. Because my problem with Code Veronica is that you can lose out on the Magnum entirely, and I believe, what else? I know the Magnum was one of them, and you can lose your weapons forever if you leave them on Claire, because what happens is you have to switch over as Chris, and you don't get your weapons back for a while. You have to save Claire to get them back, and if you don't put your weapons in the item box, then guess what's happening? You're losing your bow gun, you're losing your AK, you're losing your items, you're losing everything. I think I understand the design, but ease the fuck up off that. You don't need to give me all these bad opportunities of losing all my shit because Claire has something. It should be an interlinked item box. So if I want to get my submachine gun off of Claire and I'm playing with Chris for like almost, damn near 5 hours, I want that shit back. That's not fair, dude. It's like I'm gonna want my damn guns back. Or at least before you fight the boss, do some visual cues when you fight Alexander Ashford, Nosferatu. Like something's going on, something bad is going on. I can sense it. Here's the item box. Maybe it's time to put your items here. Do some item management. I think Wesker is probably going to be the same. Sarcastic egomaniac. Thinks he's better than everyone else. Got a first taste of having like these awesome superpowers. so he's going to be feeling himself. I don't like DC Douglas as a person. As an actor, I mean, I know they say separate the art from the artist, but he's a piece of shit. Great Wesker, a piece of shit. I gotta be real. I think he blocked me too because I said, why is this guy like in a bathroom for women listening to them take a shit? The most weirdest fucking thing ever. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, dude? And then he blocked me for that. I like, if you get off to like hearing women poop, then I guess you would like that supposed fake Tessa Blanchard poop video that she made audio wise. Why do I think DC Douglas is a piece of shit? It's because he takes, when someone asks him a question and he doesn't like it, he takes shit too seriously. And that's one thing I noticed. That's one thing I noticed about him. Like, you could be a fan, man. It was just a routine fan that said they liked his work, and because he misconstrued their statement, or did I say misconstrued? I mean misconstrued. Just because he misconstrued their statement, he blocked them. And this guy was a fan for years. He said, "I loved you as Wesker. I loved your work," and I think he did some voices in JoJo. I'm not too mistaken. Quote me on this, but if it's true, you know I am telling the truth here. And that guy mentioned that, and he blocked him. I was like, man, all right. Why are people out here like just trying to destroy their fan base if they're nothing but positive to them? I think the light does something. I think it gets enemies the fuck off. I'm not too sure. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a piece of geometry, I guess. But yeah, that's why he's a piece of crap. If you remotely disagree, he will block you, and that's like, you know how that is around here. That is some bitch behavior. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest. It's like, I can see if someone's like just being cancerous and you want to get rid of them. It's like, get the fuck out of here. But not if like someone's a legit fan, dude, and saying they respect you and shit. Oh, you should have done better. I'm sorry, you're getting blocked. It's like, okay. This is why I'm always like, there should be a mass exodus of people who really abuse other creators or other fans. It's time to go back to 2009 YouTube. Somebody got exposed for being fraudulent. They paid the price. It wasn't none of that shit today where it's like you do something bad, you keep your audience. No, I'm talking if you got exposed on YouTube back then in 2009, your ass got like put to the woodshed. That wasn't going to fly with everyone back then. Oh, I'm almost an hour in. Gotta fill the gap for the next few minutes. But I think this was a good talk. I don't know though if I'll upload the live stream version, so I might like do the version that's recorded, because I noticed that for some weird reason I kept having frame drops and I didn't know why, but the live recording it doesn't. I think I might do this again though. I don't know if I'll be playing a game per se. Maybe I'll have gameplay in the background. so you guys can hear me talk and chat it up, and that might be a little bit better. Because honestly, like I'm not playing this seriously, but I should do a playthrough of Silent Hill 1. I think I should. I know it's about to be Otherworld time very soon. What is that animation? Oh. Wait, how many of these do I have? I can't even tell. Let's go back to equipment. I have a few. I think people watch your videos for the discussions more than the games themselves. Yeah, but I will admit, playing this game for the first time in like, I don't know how long, 6 years, trying to provide gameplay instead of like a still image has distracted me. But I do appreciate when people like the discussions and all that. Like, I think last year I was asking about input to improve the channel. I always do this like once in a blue moon to see if I can get interest going, to see what I can do that's new, what could I fix. And here's the school, so I found it without the map. Easy. And one of the things that people said was, I prefer when you do discussion videos, and I prefer when you do reviews. So that's why I kind of doubled down on both recently, because if people like it, sometimes you got to give the people what they want. And I also I kind of tripled down as well, because I'm like, now I do lore videos, so I talk about stuff like Silent Hill lore, Dead Space lore, Resident Evil lore. That stuff takes hours upon hours to research and get right. It's not easy, but as long as I can provide entertainment, that's all that matters. Now, there is some stuff that people said in that thread that, you know, I might be asking for advice, but there is some stuff that I will not stop doing because other people prefer something else. Like, someone told me straight up, stop doing the podcast. And I'm like, nah. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, if you don't like the podcast, cool. You know, if you just like hearing me talk and not anybody else, that's cool. But I enjoy doing it, so I don't see any reason to stop doing it. It's always like, when someone says that, it's like, you can always just not watch it and watch my videos where I'm on my own. And on my main channel, that's like a good 90% of the time. I'm by myself here 90% of the time. As for content that's with other people, I'm on the podcast account 80% of the time with them, and 10% is just me talking about like video updates if I'm on my own there. So it equals itself out. One channel I work with people, the other channel I don't. I feel like that's super straightforward, that's easy to get, that's easy to understand. And sometimes I might upload shit here from the podcast because I don't feel like, now it's perfectly reasonable when I say this. Sometimes I don't feel like doing 2 breakdown videos. That's a waste of my time. Like, I don't want to do one breakdown on RE3 with people and then do one, get off my dick. I don't want to do one breakdown of RE3 with people. Get off my fucking cock. Will you let me finish my sentence, please? Oh my god. Whoo. Fucking great bastards. Fuck out of here. Stop giving me a blowjob. There, he's dead. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I don't want to do 2 breakdown videos on RE3, whether it's like I'm with people or by myself. I feel like that's a waste of time. Unless I really need to talk about something, I'll just get in a call. It's easier to do, believe me. It's just convenient, dude. Like sometimes you have to do things for the sake of convenience. It's unfortunate I can't do that tonight because I don't know why the stream was lagging. This is weird. So I gotta edit this whole thing and put it up. And that's fair, that's fine. I can do that. I could put in the extra muscle. I could put in the extra muscle and get that done. Yo, what's up, Ryu? How's it going, man? Just had a discussion on some of the Silent Hill rumors and Resident Evil 8 rumors and some of the classic Capcom games that might be redone very soon. So that was like pretty fun earlier. Now I'm just sort of like roaming around Silent Hill 1, seeing what I can do here. I want to believe it too. I believe it's possible. Konami did put out Contra and that was crap. I think they also put out like a lot of collections as well. Did you guys like notice that, right? Like there's not only just Zone of the Enders. They also put out a collection for Contra and they also put out a collection for Castlevania. You said you're playing DBZ Kakarot on Twitter. Any plans for a review? I don't know. I do. Here's the thing. Here's my plans for that game because I am liking it like a lot. For the time being, what I want to work on is like 3 projects. And that is a Dead Space lore video. I love Dead Space. I've been itching to get back into Dead Space. I want to platinum the first game so bad, and that's one of the things I'm going to do in February. Platinum the first game, get my 1 gun, beat it on hard mode. I'm done with Dead Space 1. So I want to do more lore videos with that. Second thing I want to do is DMC3's review. So that's taking me some time, but I'm about to beat the game, so that's not going to take me too long. And then the third thing I want to do is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for a live stream. So I do have some plans to talk about it, whether it's first impressions or a review. I will be talking about it soon because I have some things to say and I do enjoy the game for what it is. And a lot of folks say, oh, well, you know, it's the same old Dragon Ball again and again and again, but I'm gonna be honest, in this case, that's not a bad thing. The game is surprising me in many ways that I think wasn't going to happen. And honestly, that game is the perfect game to live stream if you're a fan of Dragon Ball and a fan of action RPGs. It's a very chill game to play. I love it, honestly. The only real gripe, in my opinion, is I feel like some of the side missions are lackluster, and some of the things about it, like just doing Z, kind of a little bit disappointing there. It's like I wish they did the other arcs in the movies, you know. But that's just a small nitpick. Overall, I love it. It's a really cool open world experience. And I would say if you're a Dragon Ball fan, if you love action RPGs, if you are a fan of, you know, recent stuff like Xenoverse, you're going to love this game, bar none. If you are a person that fell out of Dragon Ball long before like the Boo arc, it's like, let's be real, then you're probably not going to like this game. If you don't like Dragon Ball games, I mean, you're not going to like this. But it pleasantly surprised me. There's something else I wanted to do. It's a lot of projects I have. It should still be in my community tab with all the things I'm doing. Why is the music like so? I don't know why the music went off like that. That's weird. Yeah, I don't like that there's no real like, oh shit. I don't like that there's like the strings are weird in this game and it's a lot of stuff you can't combo into and cancel. But for what they did here, I mean, I think it's the best they could have gotten for an action RPG like this. It has flaws, but it's fun. It's a fucking fun game. All right, so before I go, which will be in oh my ass. Before I go, which will be in the next few minutes, next 5 minutes, any closing questions from the chat that I can answer before I go to dinner, because that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna edit this discussion a bit, post it on the channel, and it will not be full of lag. Hopefully it will not be a laggy mess, because it was on stream for a little bit and then it fixed itself, unfucked itself. Let me see if I was tagged on Discord about anything. No, not really. Gotta be checking the Discord. So if you're curious about things I'm doing this week, we are having a discussion on the Super Nintendo. Old school, son. That's gonna be hosted on my Twitter, so follow me on Twitter, because remember, podcast account and my account, I might be on it, but 2 different entities. Are you planning to stream Bayonetta and Vanquish when it comes out? They're making a, hold on, are they making an HD collection for like PS4? I never heard about that until now, actually. And if I did, I probably forgot about it, but it depends on when it comes out. If it comes out in April, it's a rip. I won't be getting it, but if it comes out like earlier, maybe I'll be picking it up. I did like Bayonetta 1 a lot, and I also like Vanquish. It's coming out in February. Oh, cool beans, I will be picking that up then. It won't open. What the fuck you mean it won't open? Yeah, February is perfect. Although, knowing me, I might get it in March, because let's be real, a lot of games got delayed from March. So it's like, yeah, I might just be picking up Final Fantasy Remake here, and I might be picking up this game here. So it's not gonna be a big deal for me. Oh, that fucking sucks, man. I don't have a Switch, so I have no means to play Bayonetta 2. Not yet, unless you can emulate that game on the Wii U emulator, but I don't know if that game's on Wii U or not. If it is, then I might have to go and get Simu real quick and then play the game there, and then I'll be able to experience it finally. I'm just one of those dudes. Oh, I think I'm definitely lost in here. So from what I remember, you have to... There's the locker room. You have to go to the roof, but I think there's a jump scare here. Oh yeah, I can't forget. I am definitely getting a Switch when No More Heroes 3 comes out. Or I will get one in the immediate future. Because that is the game I'm holding out for. I think it's a cat in here. Oh, where the fuck it could be though? He wants out. It's just a cat. I'm pretty sure it's dead. Nothing inside. You heard that like loud chewing, right? Well, I see no blood either, so that was a quick death. He swallowed Mr. Mittens. Alright, but good discussion, good time talking to you guys. Gonna get some dinner. Then I'm gonna work on this. So I will re-upload this later. Definitely gonna do some more Let's Talks in the future, since I think this went well, and I will see you guys later. Remember, please, for the love of God, if you want updates, go to the community tab on my YouTube or my Twitter, or hit the bell notification to subscribe, because some people be saying I don't be seeing everything on the sub box, and I'm like, I just uploaded 5 videos last week. Last week I uploaded 5 videos. I don't know how people didn't see it. But yeah, I'm gonna sign out, so I will, because man, I have not had water in a while, so I will see you guys next time. Later.